Okay, so we're still going to be on section 5.2, and I want to look at a very important concept. And this concept will definitely be on your quiz test on, what day are we on? Thursday or Friday, depending on if you are in first or third. And that is to be able to verify that two functions are inverses of each other. And I'll tell you right now, a lot of people do this wrong, and they lose a lot of points because they don't pay attention to the details. Okay, so please, please, please make sure you're paying attention here. Okay, so when we're talking about verify in math, what we're asking you to do is to prove. Okay, so you guys did a little bit of proofs in geometry last year, but you really have not had any experience with how do you prove something in math. And it's very particular, and you have to do it exactly like I show you. Now, I've been doing this for a long time, and I get students that don't do it exactly how I show them, and then they're wondering why they lose points. Okay, so I want you to be careful that there is a very specific way that you have to do this. I also get students that come up with their own way, and they also get like, well, why didn't that work? Okay, so it's very specific, and there is only one way. Okay, so what you're going to do is if you want to prove that two functions are inverses of each other, and let's just call those functions f of x and g of x. Okay, so I wrote prove, maybe it's verify. You have to show that f of g of x is equal to x and that g of f of x equals x. Then write a conclusion. Okay, so you got to have all of those pieces there. Okay, put that under there. Okay, it's the only way to do it. Sometimes people want to do it like they want to switch x and y and show that they're equal to each other or that they're the same. You can't do it that way. So let me give you an example. So let's say that the example says that verify that f of x, which is 2x minus 4, and g of x, which is 1/2 x plus 2, are inverses. Okay, we have to do this right here. And you want to make sure that you're labeling your work. I don't want to just see a bunch of stuff here that I don't know what it is. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find f of g of x. I don't know, right? I wrote a g. I hate my notes being all messy. And do I have a whiteout? Oh, yeah, it's on the floor. Hold on a second. I fell off my desk over here. Okay, so I'm going to label what I'm doing. And that means that I want you to label it as well. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find f of g of x. and I have to show that that is equal to x. Okay, well, I know that g of x is 1/2 x plus 2. So I'm going to go to the f function. Everywhere I see an x, I'm going to plug in 1/2 x plus 2. So that is 2, 1/2 x plus 2 minus 4. Okay, now I'm going to simplify that. So that 2 times 1/2 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, so I have that part right there. I'll put a little box here to show, okay, I did that one. Now I'm going to do g of f of x. And again, notice I'm labeling it. So I'm going to plug in the f function, 2x minus 4. Okay, so I'm going to the g function. Everywhere I see an x, I'm going to plug in 2x minus 4. Okay, so that equals 1/2 2x minus 4 plus 2. And I have to show that. Even if I can do this in my head, it doesn't matter because I'm proving it. Okay, so this is like you don't want to skip any steps. So 1/2 of 2 is 1, so that's x. 1/2 of 4 is 2. Okay, so I've shown this part right here. I showed each of those. Then I have to write a conclusion. All right, don't forget this part. Okay, so since f of g of x equals x, and g of f of x equals x, the functions are inverses. Okay, so again, there's no other way. Don't come up with any alternative way to show me how to do this because it's not a proof that way. Okay, so let's look at just a couple more examples of that, okay? So let's say I had a ruler here somewhere. Here it is. There. Okay. Okay, so let's say same thing, that I'm given two functions. So f of x is 3x cubed plus 1, and g of x is x minus 1 over 3 to the 1/3. And that we have to verify or prove that these are inverses of each other. Okay, first part, f of g of x. Okay, so the g function, x minus 1 over 3 to the 1/2. So I'm going to go to the f function. Wherever I see an x, I'm going to plug in this whole thing. So I have 3, and instead of x, I'm plugging in x minus 1 over 3 to the 1/2. Then I have to put this cubed. So remember, I got to get that up there as well. So there's a 3 out there, power to a power, plus 1. Okay, so we might have to remember some of our exponents. A power to a power, oops, you know what, I wrote this wrong. This should have been 1/3. So let's make this 1/3. Okay, that'll make it a lot easier. Okay, power to a power, you multiply. Well, 1/3 of 3 is 1. So this is 3 times x minus 1 over 3 plus 1. Okay, and all I did was multiply those together. those 3's are going to cancel out. That one cancels with that one, and I'm left with x minus 1 plus 1, which equals x. Okay, I did the first part. Now I'm going to find g of f of x. So g, and I'm going to put in 3x cubed plus 1 into the g function. Okay, so everywhere I see an x, I'm going to plug in that. So that's 3x cubed plus 1 minus 1 over 3 to the 1/3. Okay, well, those are going to cancel out. So this is 3x cubed over 3 to the 1/3. Those are going to cancel out. X cubed, and I could keep it in parentheses if I want, to the 1/3, power to a power, I multiply, and that'll give me x to the first. Okay, so there they are. So now I'm going to say, since f of g of x equals x, and g of f of x equals x, the functions are inverses of each other. Okay, don't forget that conclusion on there.